Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back to the channel Y.O.B. Hello, welcome back. Today I'm doing a review for The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. A quick overview for the film is a happily engaged couple get put to the test when an unexpected revelation sends their wedding week off the rails. It was pretty vague. And I think that's the best way to get to watch the movie is not spoiled. I think it's the best experience. I saw it last, I think Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday. Um, I really enjoyed it. Starts off a little rough for me with Zendaya because I feel like she's like all of her movies really too reserved for my taste. Uh, but by the end, I think I grow to like her, and I think it's just without spoiling it, what you learn about her later on fits her kind of dead pan kind of personality a little bit more, and the content is really dark, So it's like, you know, I think the movie, I liked it a lot. The first time I saw it, I think the cinematography was really good. I think the director, Christopher, or I think I don't know how to pronounce that, Christopher Borgli. Um, Producers, Ari Aster is a producer of this, which is really cool. Definitely feels like something Ari Aster would have produced. Screenplay was by Christopher Borgli. Um, yeah. Um, This is an hour and 46 minute film, and I mean, it doesn't drag. It doesn't. I think the pacing's good. You know, let's see all the people in the cast. They got Zendaya as Emma, Robert Pattinson as Charlie, Elena Haim as Rachel. I thought she was pretty good. She's one of the friends that tells their secrets. I thought she was pretty good. Haley Gates, I thought she was pretty good as like just kind of like the mistress in the background. She doesn't play a big role, but she has screen presence. Um, what's his name? Modu Mamodu Athi. I've seen him a couple times. He's a good actor, but I kind of hope he gets some roles that are more, you know, kind of kind of shows his range, because it feels like he plays the same character and everything, like the nerdy black guy that's very nice. And it's just kind of like it seems like he's the same character literally every movie he's in. It's almost like, okay, you're not really acting, you're literally just being yourself. And I mean, he has charm. That's one thing. He does have a charming personality, and I think he does have screen presence. It's nothing, not like he's bad. Like, I liked him in the movie. It's just that I'm like, after a while I was going to be kind of like, you know but yeah, I thought the cinematography was good. I thought the editing was good. I thought the story was really interesting. I wish I don't want to spoil it, because again, I think that you really have to go in blind to enjoy this movie to the to the fullest. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think, but like again, I think the problem for me, because I saw it a second time. I think the biggest problem I have with the film is Zendaya still. I think Zendaya still has this. It's just that she does the same thing in so many films. It just kind of feels more like she's pulling me out of the movie, and I'm watching Zendaya. Like, that's the problem, and it's like I feel like at times she could pull. She's good in scenes. Like, some scenes she's really good. Especially if it's like a very emotional, dramatic scene. I think she could pull off very extremely emotional, dramatic scenes. I think she could get to that place. You know, and I mean, she has a likability about her. I think Zendaya is just likable in real life. That's why a lot of people just enjoy her in films. But the thing is that I think it takes away from the character. And I think that um, the girl from Bones and all, I think would have been good for this movie. Honestly, I think she should have been. I don't know what happened to that actress, but I think this is the type of movie that she should have been in. You know, um, I would say Rob Pattinson did a really good job. Like I really, really liked his performance in the movie. I think he does a lot with his face, especially by the end. Like there's a sequence where he's completely defeated, and he's like dancing, and then he just sees him just like looking, and he's just like it's like he's not even saying anything. It's just his face and the way he's looking. And he's saying so much, and it's just definitely made me more excited for the Batman Part Two. I mean, he's just one of those actors that I think is extremely talented at, conveying, um, like his thoughts through his facial expressions. And yeah, I think he's one of the highlights of the film for me. Honestly, I think Robert Pattinson is the best actor in the movie, and I mean, and Zendaya, she's definitely compliments him, but I think that I think someone else could have been better. I just, I don't know. I think Zendaya really gets off on her natural charisma, and I mean, yeah, that's good, but it's still like, I still would like to see either her try to get out of her comfort zone and really try being a different character, like completely different than how she usually acts, or just get a new actress for these kind of roles, because this is like, I just don't want to see her play these kind of roles. And I mean, I think, again, if you see it for the first time, I think you enjoy it more. But I think it's one of those movies, after you see it the first time, it's kind of like, because you really need her character to be more intriguing and nuanced. And because I think the whole movie is very nuanced and very intriguing, and it's very dark humor, which I like dark humor. And yeah, I think that it's just, I don't know. I think Zendaya is just a little stale for me. I like her. And I think she's great in some scenes, but I just personally think that overall, as an actress, Zendaya is just kind of mediocre. And it's really off of her natural, like, looks and her chemistry, and it's just but it's like, I think acting is about becoming different characters. And I don't know. I know it might be harsh, but I'm just trying to be honest. But if I have to give this movie a rating, uh, because I saw it twice, and the first time I would have given it like a 9 or 8.5, but after seeing it two times, I would have to say I would give it a. Give me 1 second. A 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think it is a lot better when you see it for the first time. But I think if it for in longevity, and I really do try and judge movies on longevity. Like if it's something I would like to see again, if it's something I would like to see again, you know, I mean, I did want to see it again. So I mean, but I think if you see it again, it should be at least kind of like the same. Like you should still get some kind of rewatchability. And I think the main thing about this movie that got it got me so invested was the surprise, the twist, the secret that she says, and I think that's kind of like the draw. But I think after you see it the first time, you see it again, it's kind of like, and it's kind of like, it's just kind of like, and you really notice how she's kind of bland in her acting, and I mean, I don't know. I think the movie is just, again, it's kind of like the same thing with me, with her acting in Challengers. It's just the movie is better than her performance, and I think that since she's a lead, she's actually like bringing the film down by not pushing it as much as I think she could. You know, I think it's just her hubris is kind of getting in the way. I think that she's a lot of her career has had a lot of praise, and I feel like she's just not. She needs a director that's kind of like, and I think that's why she's great in Euphoria because it feels like Sam Levinson is like one of the only directors that pushes her out of her comfort zone, like tries to get her as far as he can to to doing something that's like uncomfortable, for her. Where I think it is interesting at times to watch her character. I think that's their best performance is Rue, you know, because it's very unpredictable. But a lot of her other roles is very just repetitive and stale. But you know, that's my review. 7 out of 10 for the drama. Um, um, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, may the force be with you. Peace and out.